everything about me, everything about me, everything about me, everything about me. Yeah. Everything about me, everything about me. Everything about me, everything about me, everything about me. Yeah. I'm sitting waiting and I'm wishing on the stars.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to One More Thing with Ash. I am so excited for you to join us for the second to last episode of season 1. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're joining us for the second, third, fourth time, welcome back. I am so excited for you to join us. Last episode, we talked about chosen family love. The last episode, we interviewed my mom and talked about the love of family. But this episode, we're going to talk about what everybody's been wanting to talk about all season: romantic love. Just imagine birds chirping over here. But yeah. But anyways, I want to again just welcome you back. This is your safe space. This is my safe space. This is for us for our just self-healing, self-awareness, personal transformation by just having one honest conversation at a time. So I'm so excited to have you all. But I am even more excited to have one of my closest friend, Cruz, here today. Welcome.
Hi.
Cruz is an LA-based stylist, DJ, and dancer. You can find his styling work on album covers, red carpets, music videos, and in magazines with stars like Kehlani, Anderson .Paak, and Kelly Rowland. He is a PSO award-winning pole dancer. He's also a Taurus who loves to unpack modern dating and all the messy human experiences through the lens of astrology. So welcome, Cruz.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
When I asked him to give me a little bit of an intro, the fact that it says messy human experiences, I cannot wait to unpack this with him.
Child, now you spilling my tea. I didn't write that. My manager did.
Sure. But I can honestly could not think of anyone else to discuss romantic love than you. You and I have shared so many countless stories and countless, and I mean countless stories in the last year, where he would call me like, my friend, I think I need to stop dating men. And then the next day it was like, you know what? I'm in love again. So who else better to talk about romantic love than Cruz?
We know too much about each other.
Well, yes. But before we get into more of that, I think it's important, as we're going to just kind of sprinkle a little bit of astrology in here and make this a little bit fun.
Yes.
I'm an Aries and Cruz is a Taurus. And Aries are typically described as being bold, courageous, determined, direct and honest, explosive temper, competitive, and stubborn. I don't know about this explosive temper, but I have been known to explode on some people.
You've exploded.
Well, yes. Well, that kind of explosive. Yes, no, I will say I probably exploded on a few folks just because like they push my buttons and I have a lot of patience, but once you push that patience, I'm like, all right, you're about to get it. And I don't yell a lot. So if you see me yelling at somebody, I have completely had it. Tauruses are typically described as hardworking, loyal, stubborn, prefer stability, routine, and tangible, high quality experiences over sudden, chaotic changes. So, do you agree with those?
Somewhat. I don't think I'm as stubborn as they say Taurus are to be, but that could just be me being stubborn.
I mean, stubborn as, and I've asked you to go out several times and you keep saying no.
That's different. Like, I got a bedtime. It's almost my bedtime, actually. I have a bedtime and I'm gonna, stick to my routine like it says.
And
Taurus
she's
do.
cuddling with Mojo. It's cute.
Yeah, I'm cuddling with my dog. Love him. He's the best.
Ugh. But real talk though, why do you think our signs work so well together? Just
Yeah. You know what? I feel like, well, one, my Mercury is in Aries. You're in
okay.
Aries. And Mercury's the planet of communication. So Aries tend to be very direct. And I feel like you be talking shit. And I know how to take it, but I can also dish it. And I feel like you appreciate that.
I do. I love the banter.
Yeah.
Gets me excited. But I think like also like what makes me work well with Cruz is like when I get all over the places, but just like relax, Let me break you. This earth sign just comes out really quickly. Relax. Come back down to earth. It's okay. You be thinking too much, friend. I mean, I am an overthinker.
Yeah.
And
We all
wow.
are. We all are.
Wow.
We all are.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is an overthinker.
Me too.
ASMR. But we but how much do we talk about, signs when it comes to guys coming into our lives? Do you think we talk about that pretty much a lot?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that is one of the first things that I find out when I go like on a date or am interested in someone. I have to know what their sign is.
Do you ask like directly, or it comes in the conversation?
You know what? It's a good icebreaker, so I'm down to ask directly.
So you sit down, you're like, "Hi, I'm Cruz. Hi, I'm so and so. So, I love your shirt, but what's your sign?" Is that what you do?
You know, not exactly like that, but yeah, like what's wrong with that?
That's fine. I mean,
What's your zodiac
I
sign?
feel like, do you think asking for someone's sign is very LA, or is it very our generation?
I think it's very gay.
Oh, wow.
I don't think it's just LA. I think it's very gay, and I think the straights have appropriated the gayness, and now it's a generational thing. But I
It is a
think
generational thing,
I
yeah.
think it's a very gay thing.
I feel like that was on full display when we both went to a Friendsgiving, and I feel like after we introduced ourselves for like 2 seconds, they were like, "What's your sign?" And I was like, "Aries." We went around and then someone said Gemini, and they were like, and I was like, "Look, I don't date Geminis, but I do have friends that are Geminis, so."
Geminis are great friends. They're so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think
Dating though, I don't know.
no, and that goes also with Pisces men.
I thought we were talking about the X later.
We'll talk about the X later, but I figured we're gonna hear me complain about that a lot. I just figured I'd put that in there. But
Yeah. I mean, if you're a Pisces guy, I find out you're a Pisces guy, I'm gonna start looking at you different, and you gotta prove yourself at that point.
but have you let that dictate if you're gonna date them?
If they show heavy Pisces if they show heavy Pisces tendencies, yes.
Okay.
There's a reason why most serial killers are Pisces
Like
and
who?
Cancers. Google it. I don't have the list on the top of my head.
This is it's a real false. We don't know. We'll Google it. But what if it didn't work out? Would you allow them to be your friend at least?
It depends on how crazy they were. Like I said, most serial killers are Pisces. Would you be friends with a serial killer?
No, but I probably you're right. I wouldn't probably be friends with any of my people I've dated.
I definitely can't be friends with my exes.
I can't. You can't do that either.
I can't.
I can't. I've tried. I
I've
mean,
tried.
I've been cool. I recently in the last year was cool with my ex from like 4 years ago.
Why do you think you can't though?
Because I feel like that gives them like this is like an open door access back to them. This could lead back to us being together again.
Yeah.
But I think what stopped me from that was because it was on my 30th birthday. My ex texted me and he said happy birthday, and I responded. I was very nice. I was very nice, but I also like, and then 2 minutes later saying, after saying like thank you, hope you're doing good, blah blah blah. All I expected was, oh, you too, but no, he hasn't changed. He sent me a big ass paragraph of his life.
What's his sign again?
Leo. I did not ask
About his life?
about his life.
Leo.
Like, poor me. This is going on with me. Poor me. Oh, this is blah 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 blah. It was the sad junk that I heard in our relationship. Nothing positive. Like, this may be happening, but I got this going on. Like, my friends are like that. Like, oh, I'm going through this, but I got this going on. Like, this bitch is gonna become a DJ. Like, how freaking cool is that? Like, I mean, I think it's cool. Look, like, hey, he be calling me one day. He can be calling me. We're going to Ibiza. I'm like, all right, cool. We're going.
Let's go.
They're like, all right.
We're going to Berlin, baby.
Oh, Berlin. Okay. But if you go on a date with somebody and say, I don't know, it doesn't matter what they are. Say they're, I don't know, a Scorpio.
Oh, we need a Scorpio. Actually.
But it doesn't work. But it doesn't work. You're like, you know what? We could be friends. But as long as they're not, what you're saying is that as long as they're not crazy, we're good.
As long as they're not crazy, but we have to look at the full chart. Like a Scorpio,
But do you have to though?
yes, because just you being an Aries doesn't capture your whole essence and being. Like that's just one.
Wouldn't you?
Like,
Wouldn't you
level.
figure out the whole essence and being after you just like talk to the person about their life and like who they are, where they're from, what kind of food they like,
Yeah.
people they're around.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can't let astrology just be the only thing
Okay,
to
good.
judge them off of.
So do
But
you?
it is part of it. Don't get me wrong.
So you still need to see the whole freaking chart.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to know.
you still got to see the whole freaking pizza.
I need to know if my Venus is compatible with your Venus, if we're going to be dating. Because if it's not, like, it's going to be a short-term relationship, and we got to be okay with that. I got to be okay with that. I got to know what I'm getting myself into.
Two Venuses. That sounds fun, doesn't it? But, you know, how much stock do you take in your own zodiac sign? Like, do you just focus on the Taurus or do you focus on, like, you know, we're going to talk about this in a second, but, like, do you take stock in, like, full Taurus, like, or,
So I feel like Taurus is just one part of me because when you get to know me, like, my moon sign jumps out. When you first meet me, I feel like my rising is what comes off, upon first impression.
okay.
So I think there's levels to it. And for my life, I do like to see my chart, what planets are in transit,
Okay.
and how that's affecting my day to day.
Okay.
But I'm also deep, like a little too deep into it. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, it's like every time he calls me about some guy or something, I just found out he's this sign. Do you think I should try it? No, I shouldn't, huh? But I'm gonna go ahead and try it anyways.
When the overthinking is vocalized, yeah.
And then he comes back and is like, friend, this person just got out of prison. I don't think I should try. What I'm saying is be safe out there when you're dating. But
Out of prison to be real good. I'll say that.
well, you can see the length of our conversations pretty much daily. Either a text or a phone call where it's like, friend, yeah, all these men be hitting me up, but I be ignoring them.
The Taurus in me.
Like, I mean, I remember one time he was done. He was like, I'm in love. I was like, when did you meet this person? Oh, I just met them yesterday. We were about to go on a date. I'm like, how could you be in love?
My Pisces Venus.
I,
There's always an explanation. Your Venus is in Pisces too.
we're about to get into that in a minute. But like, to get, I guess we'll just go ahead and right into it. So, what is your big three? Do you know?
Yes, my big three. I'm a Taurus sun, Leo moon, and Aquarius rising. What's your big three?
Ooh, Aries, Sun, Rising, Leo,
Mm.
Moon, Cancer.
I see it. Yeah. Your rising is in Leo. I feel like that's how you come across first impression. You're very charismatic. You be out there. You are not afraid to. You're really good at like starting conversation with people. That's something that I feel like I struggle with, but you just like are so good at like talking and meeting anybody, and you can get along with them really well. That's a Leo trait. Your moon is in Cancer. Your moon leads your emotions,
Okay.
and Cancers tend to be very emotional and sensitive sometimes.
Okay.
I feel like, now that I've gotten to know you a little bit more, I'm like, damn, you really have some strong feelings.
I do. And I get really passionate about it like real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like really like if I'm really thinking about it by myself, if I focus on like one thing, like I become so fixated on it. So if I'm like super like sad, like I'd actually like explore why I'm sad
Mm.
and where I'm feeling it in my body.
And that's on emotional intelligence, baby.
I think that has to do with a lot of the self-healing that I've done in the last almost 6 years of being single.
You have not been single for the past 6 years.
Okay, I haven't had a long-term relationship in almost 6 years.
What do you consider a long-term relationship?
More than a year.
Okay, what's the longest relationship? Okay, how long was your last relationship?
4.5 years.
Your last relationship?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long relationship.
It is a long relationship.
Honestly, do gay relationships ever make it past the 1 year mark? I feel like all gay relationships end at like before 2 years.
You know, I've noticed living in LA like gay relationships and or just gay relationships in general, like you really have to find like that one person that is like on the same level as you. And sometimes like when you're in it for that long and then they're like, "Oh, I actually want to be open," but that's something that you actually don't like really want.
Hmm.
I've had the hardest time finding someone like I'm typically like a monogamous person.
So you think we have a poly pandemic?
We do. We do. I feel like, I grew up in a house where there was like it was I mean, obviously my parents are straight, but like I grew up with two parents, married, they're committed to each other, etc. So I feel like I'm used to that. And I feel like my idea on a relationship has changed in the last 2 years. I feel like if I was with somebody, like if we're in the same town,
Yeah.
we're monogamous.
Okay.
Now, if my partner is, I don't know, traveling somewhere and I'm not there and I'm at home, then by all means, if you need to do something, please do.
Hmm.
Have your fun. But also, do all the things beyond prep, doxy, etc. But
My thing is, why aren't you on the trip with them?
that's true. If you're tuning in, the person that I'm looking for needs to have some money. And you need to bring me on this trip, okay?
That's another thing. I feel like, I don't want to generalize and just to men, but I feel like men are allergic to nobody wants to work these days, okay? Men are allergic to getting that bag and stacking that money. That's what I'm realizing.
And that's okay,
It's
but
not okay.
it's that is okay but if that's what you're focused on. I think the biggest thing that men have an issue with is commitment.
Oh,
It's a huge thing.
oh.
It really is. Like, and I think the last person I
Why
dated,
do you think that is though?
because that means that that's like it's like all men are lazy. Okay, they don't want to add a task to their goddamn list, and this is what drives me nuts. Here, there's the temperament that we were talking about earlier.
Aries.
I feel like they have to add oh, I have a job, I have this responsibility, I have that responsibility. Oh, there's a guy, I gotta have another responsibility. And then it's like, and then the whole like, oh, my feelings are involved. So it's like for me, like I said earlier, is like when I feel like sadness, like I actually like figure out where that is and like why I'm feeling that way. A lot of men that I know don't have any emotional intelligence
Yeah.
at all when it comes romantically.
Yeah.
Maybe they have it with their friends because like I think we're both mostly emotionally intelligent with each other. Like I get him, he gets me, etc. But look, I feel like they can't do it because they feel like they have another task. Like I feel like my dating, like if they once the feelings get involved, they're like, oh, another task
Mm-hmm.
that I have to do. It's another responsibility. I don't know why they have commitment issues. It's like maybe they're afraid to get hurt again.
Maybe. At that point, it's like, if you know you don't want me, why are you bothering me?
And also like why can't men just tell you their like their intentions going like is this just a situational hookup
You know what it
or
is though? I feel like some guys, not all, really love this like vague gray area. They love a situation. They love a situation. They
They-
want you just enough.
so they just want you to climax and just leave?
It's so selfish because a lot of them, from my experience, like some of them want the boyfriend treatment but don't want the boyfriend label, and they only want the boyfriend treatment on their terms and when they want it. So that pisses me off.
That shit happened to me last
That
summer.
pisses me off.
We won't name names, but they want the treatment, they want the cuddles, they want the, oh my god, you got this, baby, blah 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 blah. Oh, what are you doing today? Oh my god, that's so cool. What are you working on?
Okay, we actually need to talk about this because this is important to me.
Okay, go ahead.
You mentioned the cuddling. You let guys spend the night, and you be spending the night at other guys' houses that you're not
Not lately.
dating. And to me, that's crazy. Like, I do not want a man in my bed Like, I don't want him to sleep over.
I think that that needle has changed. It's
Okay.
moved in a different direction. Because I do the doocy do and I leave. The horizontal hokey pokey, if you may. And I just leave. I don't sleep at anybody else's house except if it's my friends. Other than that, I love my bed. And okay, maybe it was in the last few months, I have not let anybody be in my bed and stay the night because I actually also do a temperature check. I'm like, do you get too hot when you? Because like I can't sleep with a guy that gets too hot in bed too quickly. And it's like the cuddles just like go away.
Oh, I feel like I run hot.
No,
I run hot.
I slept at your house. You were running hot.
I run hot.
Oh, I mean, we both are hot. Come on. Hey.
Well, that's what I've heard before. I've heard from my exes that I run hot, but we weren't cuddling.
No, but still, like, it's still even in the same bed. Like, it's just a whole thing. If you run hot, you're not welcome in my bed.
Okay.
All right, but we've talked about the guys and a little bit of our experiences. We'll get into more of it in a second, but
I want to know.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to know what signs you have dated.
Okay.
And which ones have been the best ones.
Oh, okay. Which ones have been the best ones?
Actually, rank them. Rank top signs to worst.
Well, they all have to be tops. Dating wise, the excuse me, the best. Capricorns.
Top two. Give me top two. Okay, Capricorn.
Top two, and Sagittariuses
have been the best.
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
kind of crazy because
They're also very different.
they're both very different. I will say Capricorns are a little bit more on the creative side for me. I feel like I can have a very in-depth conversation with the Capricorn. I don't remember why it didn't work out, but it didn't work out. But those will be my top two.
Okay. They say with Sagittarius, they're really hard to pin down, but when you do pin them down, they're down. They're like all about you. What sign was the guy you were in a 4-year-long relationship with?
He was a Leo.
Oh.
He was a double Leo, actually.
He was a Leo moon?
Leo rising.
Okay. Okay, so what are the 2 worst signs you've dated?
Number 1, Pisces men.
And number 2?
We're going to zoom in on this. Pisces men. Number 2, I want to say Gemini men just because there's only been one guy, but now we're cool. But like we're not obviously not going to date. But I would number 2. You know what drives me also insane is Aquarius men.
Dude, all 3 of those are very valid because I think those are my bottom 3 too. Yeah.
You were in the bottom 3 this week.
Yeah. Very valid. But you know what? I like want to squeeze Virgo in there a little bit at the bottom, but also they could also be at the top. Like, I don't know. Like,
I do get along with Virgo, man. I think I don't think I've dated someone that's a Virgo, but like I have a lot of people in my close circle are Virgos, and like I get along with them like super well. I think it's because like they're just very like intricate with everything they do, and it's like this has to be this and this and that da 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 da. I'm like that works for me.
you like that.
So, but what signs of you like do you? What is like you're like you said your number 1 was?
I haven't dated one, but I have.
What is this? Is this a side quest?
This is a side quest. I haven't dated one, but I'm really intrigued. I'll say that by Scorpios.
Okay, and why?
I just feel like there's something about them. You know, they have that je ne sais quoi. They have like they got aura.
They got
in
aura.
TikTok terms. They got aura.
They got aura.
And they know how to do what they need to do.
We're gonna do a lot of zooming in actually because I have my face right.
They know how to lay it down.
Oh, But have you hooked up with the Scorpios? Is that
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, so you know how they lay it down, but you would like to actually have a date with it.
Yeah, but they like to be mysterious and all that, so it's hard to. I feel like it's hard to pin them down because
I've noticed with a Scorpio, they'll say something, but won't give you the full explanation. So you just have to have to dig and try to figure it
I
out.
don't like that. I don't like a sneaky.
I'm pretty
person.
I think we work best because we're very direct. I'm like, this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think more people should just say what they mean and mean what they say.
And it goes back to the whole freaking commitment thing. Just give us the intention. Do you want just the one night stand, or do you want actually to date me?
Yeah.
Because we talked about this in probably was the last episode. We talked about it this season. You should only be with somebody that loves you and cares for you as much as your friends and family love you. The same way. They should treat you the same way, and if they aren't, get out of that room. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. Has she learned her lesson?
We're working on it. I also want to know.
Okay.
What sign has been the best in bed?
Oh my God! Usually this is really easy for me to say, but oh my God! What is his sign? He told he was over yesterday. Oh my God! What is his sign? Shit. Oh my God. What is his sign? Oh, what did he tell me? Cancers.
That's crazy.
Cancers are so good in bed. Are you kidding me? The fire and the water just
You be cuddling with them?
Yeah. But he also was this buff. Oh. And then he told me it was a cancer. I was like, oh, no wonder we can talk about shit.
So he was a good big spoon.
Oh, he was a great big spoon. Are you kidding me? And also, I think other fire signs that I've experienced that are good in bed are other Leos. And this Sagittarius is fire, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sagittarius.
Okay.
And what about for you Taurus people?
I would say Taurus, not to toot my own horn, but, I've had some great experiences with other Tauruses and Scorpio.
A lot of earth bending.
A lot of bending.
A
lot of bending. They doing the bending.
Or horizontal hokey pokey. Got it. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but why do you think those certain we talked about Pisces men in particular? Why do they give you the ick? It just ugh.
I love getting love bombed, don't get me wrong, but I think they can smother. They're good at smothering you.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes too much. Please, I have my own life too. Please, obsess over something else. Get a hobby.
Yeah, I think they smother you with all these feelings, and I think from my last experience, he smothered me with all this caring and all the other things, and then you start pulling.
Oh, they take it away.
Then they start pulling it on back.
Yeah,
and they're just actually, I have less feelings, and I'm trying to push you away.
Yep.
It was awful.
The highs are high and the lows are low.
It has not worked with me at all. And I think if you are witnessing the same experiences with the same sign multiple times, that is the universe's signal for you to stop.
Yeah.
And you need to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
I think this past summer, I learned my freaking lesson. I'm happy to be friends with Pisces. Just don't want to date them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to zoom in on my face. Schmize.
Cue to zoom.
Cue the zoom. But anyways, is there any other sign that just gives you the ick besides Pisces? So you think we mentioned Geminis?
I feel like Geminis give me the ick a little bit, but I think maybe I'm being a little hard on them because I've had a bad experience with one Gemini that I've dated, and most of my exes have been Geminis. Not that I have a million exes or anything, but I've had 2 Gemini exes, and the first one was trash, no shade. I just don't think, Geminis really like to be locked down.
They don't.
So that gives me the ick.
They don't. Gosh. Well, let's pull away from astrology for a second. I think we've talked about, what gives us the ick, what signs do is good and bad, all that kind of thing. But like for some of our viewers out there, like I feel like like I said, when you think about the word love, I mentioned this episode when we think about romantic love, and we're finally talking about it. So I think what's important to talk about romantic love is, do you think there's still love out there for those who are single?
Let me know if
What
you
is
find
that
out.
face?
Let me know if you find out. I'm trying to figure it out too, friend. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think but I feel like people, do you think that you're able to like, okay, I think, there is love out there for everybody. I
Yeah.
think there is, but you can't like keep on like searching and searching and
Yeah.
searching and searching for it. I feel like the last times I've not looked and just kind of just went upon my like was so in my me lane, which I am now, like I feel like someone will eventually come along,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be the primary focus,
Absolutely.
because our buddy Mel Robbins always says, you are not on this planet to be someone's husband, wife, or partner. And I think that honestly, you are on this planet to focus on you. And I don't know. There is love out there. I haven't found somebody that treats me the way I want to be treated. And I feel like I used to be so like, okay, I'll date you, you're great, and I used to be like pushing like a guy that would text me back and forth. I'm like, okay, we got something. I got someone on the hook. All right, let's do it. Let's
That's
reel them
that
on.
Pisces Venus.
Damn it.
Trying to make it work.
I think I avoided it, but it just isn't. But
This is like a hard question for me to answer because one, I got out. My last relationship was pretty difficult. Like the breakup was hard for me. So I'm in this era right now that I don't want it. I don't want love right now because I don't have the space for it mentally and in my day to day. Like I just can't deal with that right now. But I will say I know how I am when I love someone. I know how I like to give love. And I feel like that's proof enough that love does exist.
it's a good answer. I think, like I said, I think that's like really important to what Cruz said. Love doesn't always have to be about like being in a relationship with someone. I think there is love out there, and the love that I'm really focused on is the love of my friends. I would The ash ship doesn't sail on its own, let me tell you. That's why I need the former cruise ship. Just to help
Okay, cruise ship.
just steer the ship. Let's steer the ship here. But
Well, now it's cruise control. I got you, baby.
a. But like I said, I think that if you're looking for love, great. But it's not on a dating app. You know what? They should make an app that is called What's Left.
That is all the apps, friend.
Oh,
Everyone on Tinder and everyone on Hinge is what's left.
Just merge them all together. Because half the time I'd be seeing the same people on Tinder and on Hinge, okay?
Okay, there was this TikToker, and I mentioned this to you before.
Okay.
There was this TikToker that said, everyone you swipe on these dating and hookup apps are people you were never meant to meet in real life because you would have otherwise run into them another way.
Yeah.
So that is why I'm not on the apps, because I'm kind of I'm following her philosophy, and you know what? It's adding up. It makes sense to me.
I have a feeling like, obviously you said you're not looking for it. It's not like a priority at the moment, but do you feel like you would meet your person or your next boyfriend in person, or do you think that you would meet them on an app?
Because I've been off the apps and I've been sober, I've been challenging myself to just talk to people. I have really bad social anxiety, so I've been just trying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost 30. Like, I cannot be anxious. Girl, grow up. So I'm working on that actively, and I feel like I've made a lot of connections in real life that don't necessarily have to be romantic. There aren't romantic, but I could see how it could have been. Like I feel like
Mhm.
it's easier for me now
Okay.
to do that. And based on my chart, my astrology chart, if you
Mhm.
want to bring it back around, I'm meant to find my person through means of work or routine. So it was telling me like if I'm gonna meet someone who's worth it, I'm either gonna meet them while I'm out doing some kind of work,
Yeah.
while I'm, grocery shopping, while I'm at the gym. So places of routine. So for me as a Taurus, my routine is very important. And, I think that makes sense. Like you want to meet someone who either has like similar interests as you
Yeah.
or is like, around they're in places where you're also in.
I've had several like card readings and all that kind of stuff, and just hand readings and stuff like that. All of them has said the same thing. Ash, you're gonna meet somebody at an event, and you're gonna continuously run into them. And then by like the third or fourth time, you're gonna go up to that person and be like, "Hey, you've been at several events. Like, hi, my name is so and so, etc." And introduce each other. So, you know,
Do you have any leads on who that could be?
not at the moment. I think I told myself going into 25 and especially going into 26 that I'm a little bit more open to dating this year, but
Mhm.
it's also just like it's not like a priority.
Yeah.
Like I'm allowing the space for it
Yeah.
if some beautiful tall man, emphasis on the man, not the boy part, because we're done with boys. Trust me. Comes along, then I would be open to it. But if like I said, if you're looking for love out there, great. If you're finding love, if you're dating someone, just make sure you ask all the right questions. And I
Yeah.
think one thing I've learned too is make sure the person you're dating or wanting to see, like they have like a really good group of friends around them. You could tell a lot.
100%.
You
100%.
you could tell a lot about a guy or a girl or a they, um, based off of who they hang around with.
Yeah.
I think I learned that with my ex of 2 years ago. We dated for like 5 months. Like being around like his friends, I was like, how come they're not like inspiring you or like pushing you to do
Yeah.
more? Like my friends push me to do more every day and get my lazy bum ass out of bed and go to the gym.
I do be telling you, how's that resume coming along?
Yeah, look, it's submitted. It's all done.
Mhm.
Look, it's all out there.
Right.
But anyways, but you could tell a lot about someone as a person. Like they're great, and then you're like, you meet their friends, you're just like, oh,
And if they have no friends, run.
run,
You
run,
don't want to be the friend. There's a
run,
reason why.
run for the freaking hills.
There's a reason why they got no friends.
But like I said, dating is not easy. Falling in love with someone, it could be lust. So just like watch out. I always tell people to give like that 3 month rule, and that in that 3 months you're able to see like who they are as a person, or do you really want this? Are you actually falling in love with this person, or do you is it just like I said, is it just lust? But give yourself that 3 month rule. It's like and it's okay not to date too. I feel like I think the best times of my life right have been me being single, and I don't know. I think I've had better. I think I get more things done when I'm single, but I feel like if I were to find a person, I feel like we would have to be literal partners. Like we would have to work very well together. I haven't found that person, so we're on hold.
You mentioned this 3-month rule that you
Oh,
have.
okay.
What do you want to see in those 3 months? Like, what makes this person like worth it after that point? After that point, and if you're talking to someone for 3 months and you just don't see it, like, do you stop talking to them or what happens then?
Um, I haven't successfully made it to the 3 months before. I probably made it a month and a half. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to be with this person. So I think 3 months allows you to like go to certain areas and go to like do different venues, different events, go to this, go to a restaurant, go to a coffee shop,
Yeah.
or some maybe it's like a mutual thing where a couple of your friends are there to give you like a gut check of this person. Like how do they interact with people? Oh, I'm hanging out with their friends. Like how do they interact with your friends? Are they introducing you to their friends? Like, are they just tiptoeing around with you and just hanging out at their houses? Like, just figure that out.
You said 1.5 months. In business, they say you hire slow and you fire fast.
Oh, okay.
So that's apply that to dating.
Oh,
Hire slow, fire fast.
I'm gonna write that down.
For me, I don't think about it in like a time sense. I have like these checkpoints I need to like check off before I'm like, oh, maybe we could become exclusive. And they're like, I have to meet your friends. I have to know what you're like when you're drunk. I would like to go on a trip with you.
I like that. I like that.
I like need to know these things before I can be like, all right, I want you to be my boyfriend.
We won't name names, but that whole drunk thing is a big thing for me.
I need to know what you're like when you're drunk. I need to see your friends. I need to know you have hobbies.
You know, like partying and stuff like that too.
Yeah. So
I think that's like super important, is like to have your own little checklist. And so if you're if that's all, look, I love having a good time, but if you're having a great time and like you're stumbling or like you're just too fucked up, like I don't want to be around you. Like the people that I hang around with and go out with, like we have a great time, but we still are able to make it in the door and make it home and make
everyone has their moments though.
But we do, I've had my moments, but but with the person you're seeing, like you want to see those certain things with them. So, but do you have any last advice for anybody that's like wanting to date or is dating? Maybe they are dating and they're just like, I don't know if this is for me, or like, hey, this may be for me.
I feel like I have two things I want to say. I know this is one more thing, but two more things. One, if you're dating someone and this experience isn't going as planned, and as soon as they make you compromise your values, it's over. It's over. Like, there's like no coming back from that. Once you sacrifice who you are as a person, your morals, your values, like you're doing yourself a disservice. And then two, I just want to reiterate, if you're feeling, a little hopeless when it comes to love, just think about the way that you love. And I think that is proof enough that, love does exist.
Never sacrifice yourself. I've done that countless of times. And I think my friends know this too. And my mom, what's funny? We should test my mom. Thank God she's not on this episode. But she knows, and a lot of my friends know, when I am involved with the guy, because I stopped texting a lot of my friends. And that is a really
Pisces Venus.
Oh wow. That's a really bad quality that I'm looking to not have in the next guy. So we'll see. But anyways, I want to thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Hey. Thank you all for joining us for the romance episode. I hope that this was helpful for you. We gave a little bit of our dating advice. We talked about a little bit of astrology. Again, these are our experiences. Who knows what you'll experience? Hopefully that you learned something from this. But in the next episode will be the season finale. And it's warmly titled, Can You Heal with Love? And so one more thing. If anyone hasn't told you recently, I love you. I believe in you. And I think you can do anything you set your beautiful mind to. And there is love out there. And if it starts with the love of joining us on this podcast and this safe space for you, I am so happy I could do that for you. And we could do that for you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, share as we expand this safe space together. And we'll see you next time. This is One More Thing with Ash.